Welcome back, everybody, to another LEGO Star Wars video. In today's video, I'll be bringing a interesting topic. I made a video on this before. Not a lot of other people really make videos on this, but it's nothing really too special to talk about. It's pretty basic what it is, and this is LEGO Star Wars prototypes. That pretty much get out and onto the market, or just pretty much pictures of them in general. I made a video on this back in 2017 and kind of show some pictures and stuff like that, but I'll do a little bit of a voiceover and kind of my thoughts on them and kind of how these even come to be. And yeah, guys, so pretty much let's start off with just a couple regular pictures here. We do have a very cool Chewbacca prototype mold right here, and pretty much what a prototype is in this case is either a test mold of a unique mold, something like this Chewbacca. Of course, they're not going to use the real expensive color, or color plastic to inject the mold. They're going to test other colors and other material even to just see if it even turned out well, if it looks good, if it's the right size, the right shape, and fits well on a Chewbacca figure. So that's pretty much what this is right here, and you guys can see that there's definitely a pretty big difference between the first prototype on the left, then moving on to the middle prototype, which pretty much turns into the official one that we've had, or that we did have for 15 years or so. So there's pretty much that, and then another case of a prototype, which I'll show in another one coming up here, which I guess I'll just show this right here. Pretty much this is the General Grievous's body, and as you guys know, the official one comes in white. That's on the right side of there, and in this case, the prototype of it, or the test print of it, is just the same concept. Instead of doing the mold, the practice run pretty much in the finalized color, probably for two reasons: so they don't get it mixed up, and for the fact of just cheaper material. Something like a red might be cheaper than white in their case, and they're just gonna do 10 tests using the red rather than 10 tests using the white, since of course they're not going to make really any net gain on that prototype, unless of course they sell it to a collector, but LEGO doesn't do that. And I know some collectors do get their hands on these. I personally don't. I can get my hands on misprints, since those are just or misproduced in LEGO sets. Some of them just run through LEGO's team. They're not able to catch them, but something like this prototype stuff, only so many people have these available to them, and whether or not some people get them legally or illegally, who knows. But they are somewhat on the market. You can buy a couple of these here and there. They pop up on eBay, on Instagram sellers, and stuff like that. So as you guys will really see, the main trend on a lot of these are the main prototype color is red. That's kind of why that whole red Darth Vader thing was such a big thing back in the day, since it was a genuine prototype. And in the red color. Here's a pretty cool image of a bunch of different helmets. We got a AT-AT driver, a dual molded Stormtrooper helmet, a Kashyyyk, or a Scout Trooper, a Boba Fett or Jango Fett, original helmet right there. And another thing I will address in this video as well, I'll put some more pictures of prototypes as I'm pulling this up, but pretty much another thing, it kind of goes hand in hand with the prototype thing, is test prints. If you guys look up LEGO Star Wars test prints, pretty much the thing with this is, again, it pretty much goes the same way as doing molds, as such, like maybe a helmet or Chewbacca's big mold, but pretty much a test print just kind of runs to the fact of on a Lego head. Say they're doing a new print on a Lego head for an alien, or in this case, this Weequay or Cathaba pirate. I think this is the one from the Desert Skiff, right? Or is it the one from the new AT-ST Raider? Either one of those, one of those pirate guys. Instead of doing it on the medium dark flesh color, that again is probably going to cost more, in most cases, to print on, and again, for the fact of just so they don't get mixed up. They do something on a cheaper color to just test out the print. They might have to go through 10 to 20, if not 100 different prints. So if at the end of the day, if they do that for 1,000 different minifigures in 6 months, or 10,000 minifigures in a year or two, that saves them thousands of dollars. If they're saving 10 cents here, 15 cents there, but then you multiply by that, and they're of course saving a lot of money. And I mean, any company would do that, in any case, so you can't really fault them. But that's pretty much how a lot of that stuff comes to be, and not a lot of it gets sold on the internet. I mean, you could look up like on eBay, Lego Star Wars prototype, and there's really not a lot to choose from on here. There's a little bit, not a whole bunch though. We've actually got my my Spider-Man one right here. I threw that up on there. It's technically kind of a prototype. It's I guess those Vader helmets got reproduced kind of in all those different colors, and if you guys saw that video on mine, I got mine from Minifigure Dreams. They're not really that expensive, but they are technically prototypes since they're never like officially revealed or officially released in sets, like red and green and trans blue and trans orange and all that kind of stuff. That was never in real sets, so you technically it is a prototype. And then, again, and don't get it mixed up. If you see the white Boba Fett prototype minifigure, don't get that mistaken with what I'm talking about in this video. That's just like the actual classification of that figure. And that's totally official. If you guys see, I'll throw a picture on the screen. It's common knowledge if you guys do see this on the internet, for sale or trying to pass it off as an expensive prototype, just know it's not. It's an official figure. I probably did not have to say that, but just wanted to make sure I saw that, and I'm like, just in case you guys see that. I just want to let you guys know. And then here's a couple other ones too. Paint test, I guess. Also misprints. I've made other videos on misprints. I've got some misprints myself. I've made other videos kind of discussing misprints and kind of going over them. That's a whole different topic, since those sometimes actually do get officially released in Lego sets for people to find. Unlike some of this stuff. With all these different color everythings. And this doesn't just happen with Star Wars too. This happens with technically every theme. Not just Star Wars. And like here's an all red Chewbacca right here. This actually sold for $810 on eBay. Pretty crazy. Here's a prototype Paul and Krell right here. Authentic, excellent condition. Very cool. $610. Yellow battle droid. You could definitely see these prototypes catch a premium. And the only thing I say about this though is the fact of I probably would not touch any of this stuff for $500, $700, $800 because you're just not 100% sure. First off, it could be authentic. It could be authentic Lego. That's whatever. If it's in the picture, then so be it. But again, my main thing on some of this stuff is just whether or not it's illegally taken or if it's legal. Who knows? That's the thing. You don't know if these guys are legally taking them or take them off the assembly line. I know that's what some people were doing back in 2017, 2018 with some Lego figures. They were just taking them right off the assembly lines and selling them on eBay and giving them to Instagrammers and pulling a premium or getting a premium for those figures 2 months in advance when that's not technically legal. And it looks like on eBay, if you guys really go on here, there's a lot of misprints or a lot of prototypes being sold. It's pretty cool to see. Some of the stuff that you'll just never officially see in this color, to actually see in this color. And it's just something it's a cool topic I figured I'd bring up. If you guys want to look at some of these pictures, some of you guys may not know about this or not really know, why it happens, but there's pretty much the gist of it, guys. I more than likely won't ever have one of these in my collection. If it gets handed to me for the right price, I'll take a peek at it. I'll see what's up with it, and if it's something that looks like it is worth my time and not have any risk behind it, I will probably end up getting one for the collection. But for the moment, I will be sticking to misprints. Misprints are at least a little bit more secure, and they tend not to go for that much. I know mine sold for quite a lot, but I think mine was just one odd exception out of all the other ones people are trying to sell that for some reason mine sold for that much. And so I don't know, that's pretty much all for this video though, guys. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Leave your comments down below, your thoughts on these, and leave your comment down below on your favorite one you saw in this video. And thank you guys all for watching again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. See you guys later. Bye, guys. Save 5% off on your next Lego purchase. Be sure to use code LIFEBRICK. That's capital L-I-F-E BRICK at republicbricks.com for 5% off your next order. We'll pretty much pay for your shipping or get you a couple dollars off. They sell old Lego minifigures, sets, mystery boxes, and more. I've got a couple of videos on my channel showing the products, so be sure to use code LIFEBRICK on your next order for 5%.